What it do, what it do? This is Chris here with the Enchanted Model Car Garage. It's been a while since I brought a video to you, gave you an update. So tonight I'm back up in the hobby room and I want to just, kind of share with some of the projects I got going on the bench and just let you guys know I'm still around and we're still here tinkering. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been very hot here in Oklahoma, as well as most of the nation. I know everybody's suffering from wildfires or whatever, and I hope everybody's doing well. I really do. We're coming in on fall, so that's the good thing. And with fall, that means more time upstairs in the bench. Not in the bench, but on the bench. Pardon me. And yeah. So anyway, hey, let's get to it. Let's check out what we got on the bench. So the first thing I want to bring to you is the 32, because that's where we left off the last time. So on the 32 Ford, I've got the interior done. You can see I've got the seats all done, seat belt, the buckles, the clasp, all that's done. On the interior panels, you can see on the door panels, I've got the metal strip on the door. I've got the gear shift done. I did flock the floor. I've got carpet in it. Okay. You can also see the gauges, the dash. Try and get you some light and get you some better view of that. There you go. So I did do the gauges, and I put Micromark crystal clear on it, so that way it would give it a glass effect, like it was, a real gauge, if you will. But very happy with how this is turning out. It's becoming a beautiful kit, fitting nicely. I've had no problems really, none that I can speak of. I think everything's gone great. I do have the steering wheel that will possibly go in tonight. I've got it detailed and ready to go. The body. If any of you have done this kit, you know these are a couple pieces. The fenders I've already glued on. The the firewall I've already glued it on. And the top I've glued it on. It's a separate piece from the bottom. I've got this in filler primer. I am going to sand the filler primer down a little bit, make it a little smooth. And then this is ready for paint. And yep, I'm going to do it in the yellow like the box is. This is the Milner 32 Coupe car. And yeah, I think it's coming out great. The body looks great. I had a little bit of trouble with the fit on here, but I got it fitted, and I had to do some sanding, but all my gaps, I think, look really, really good, guys. I hope you like it. Fenders, got them also built. Those will go into primer. The suspension, that's where we left off the last time. You guys saw the suspension. I got the wheels and everything glued up on it. The engine, I have got wired. Now I've got to, tighten up all of these wires. They're not going to just be hanging loose like that. I've got to shorten them up and that kind of thing. But other than that, and that's just sitting in there. I mean, it'll come out, But I've just got it sitting in there right now while it's on the bench. So I may work on that a little bit tonight, get the wiring done. I do have it wired in the firing order of the Chevrolet, which is 184-36572 for the small block Chevrolet. That's the firing order, and that's how I've got it routed. So if it goes to a show, if I take this to a show, well then we will be on point if anybody knows their firing order for Chevrolet. Next thing, working on the cherry pie kit. I don't know if any of y'all have built this, but my wife wanted a Christmas display to put on some of her tables, and I am doing the cherry pie kit, and I'm also doing Rommel's rod. And I will have to do a separate video just to kind of give you guys the scope of this project. It is it's kind of a bigger project. Like I said, I'm doing this is the cherry pie. This will be Clarice's ride. And if you guys know from the cartoon of Rudolph, you've got Clarice was his girlfriend. So this is going to be Rudolph's girlfriend's car. And like I said, you'll see me build this, and I'll show you all that. Rommel's rod is going to be Rudolph's rod, and it's going to be kind of a cool deal, if you will. I've also got a Jeep that I'm working on for my sister. Again, frame is painted, and if you look, you can see it's in my signature Hammerite black. You can see the kind of the bump effect on it. That's the hammered portion of the paint. And I've got the catalytic converter in rust. I've got the exhaust done in silver. I got the gas tank done in steel. So that's where we're at with that. I am working on the suspension here. If you guys know this kit, this is the Revell CJ kit. The leaf springs are molded like this on the axle. I cut them apart. I filled that. I grinded that, smoothed it all down. These axles now are going to sit on top of the leaf spring, which will net me a small lift, nothing big. And my sister, that's how she liked it. Her Jeep has a small little lift, nothing real big. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. Next, as a lot of you guys know, I like to do, stories with some of my model stuff. When I'm sitting here on the bench, I like to create stories. That's the fun for the modeling in my book, is creating a story or living in a fantasy land. Well, in this case, this is the Revell Snowplow Chevrolet. And the story is that a guy, as he gets a little older, he comes into some money, either by lottery or something. I haven't decided yet on that part of my story. But anyway, my man comes into some money, and he goes down to the dealership because he's going to get a homestead going. He's going to buy some property, and he's going to get a nice truck to start his homestead, because that's the first thing you need is a truck. So he goes down to the Chevrolet dealership, and he buys this Chevy, and he specs it out to the nines. So what he does is he gets the heavy-duty suspension, which will have these overloads, and I will set them right there. Now, you may be saying, man, where'd you get those? And these are the brackets, if you can see. And they'll sit right here, just like the actual Chevrolet frame with the overloads. Those are fab resin. So fab resin makes a Dana 60, and you get the leaf springs with the overloads. These are molded onto their springs. Now, the problem is their springs are too short, and I wanted to keep the long springs. So I cut out the overloads. Again, they're going to sit here just like they would on a factory truck. If you look at the factory Chevys from that day, there's a block here, and then the overload sits there, and then the U-bolts go on and hold it, and then they go up against these brackets like this, okay? So anyway, I cut that loose. I will use the Dana 60. So my man goes in and he orders the truck with a heavy-duty suspension. He's got the overloads. He's got the heavy Dana 60. It'll continue to have the dual shocks that come on the Revell kit. The front, same thing. I'm going to have the stock springs, which here they are. I've already cut the axle off. They'll go here. And then I'm using these axles. Well, this axle. This is a two-part kit. This is from Trailer Trash Resins, Rusty McBride. They do awesome stuff. He's got some really cool stuff, just like Fab Resin. All these guys do great, great stuff. But here is their Dana axle. And this is like a Dana 44 front, where the rear is a Dana 60. So this Dana 44 is going to go on the front of my man's truck. Also, I have the dual shock setup on the front, which was a factory option from Chevrolet. That's the gist of this build. So I'm going to work on some of the suspension stuff this evening. You can see I've already been tinkering on it, and we're going to work on that. You can see I've already painted the fuel tanks, and I've started on the exhaust. I need to do the mufflers, but I've got the pipes done. I've got to finish them up. You can see the two different colors. I've been playing with like a burnt exhaust look on it. Just to simulate maybe, that it was started and was running. But that's going to be that truck. I've got the Jeep. I have done nothing on the Pathfinder. I've done nothing, and I don't know why I stalled out. All it needs is carpet and some of the fabric on the seats, because it's going to be part leather, part velour. I've got to get that done. And, man, I think, let me show you this. Here's the engine for that Rommel's rod that I'm doing. You can kind of see, and I hope you can, you can see all the flake inside that. So because it's Christmas, you got to have the red and the blues and the green, and that's it. So I'm working on this side. This is pretty rough. I got to do some detail work, and we'll go from there. I've already done the front gear cover. Let me put it on and I'll show you that. Maybe, fellas, maybe. Nope, hold on. We're going to get it right here, right now. There's the front cover. You can kind of see I dawdled up with some, the bolts are, they alternate blue, green, red, blue, green, red, blue, green, red. So anyway, I think you can see it, and you can see the oil pan. I've already detailed that. So anyway, continue detailing this engine and getting some of that work done. That's for Rommel's rod. That'll make Mama happy. Other than that, guys and gals, man, I think that's it. My problem is, and I don't know if y'all have the same problem, I start a lot of these projects. I start a lot of these kits. It drives my wife crazy, doesn't it, Tammy?
Yes, it does.
But I kind of start a kit, and I don't know, I just kind of fade out or whatever, or my mind goes, oh, and I go to another kit, and then I start building it. And then I eventually come back, but it takes me a while. So you guys have seen in some other videos where I've started a lot of kits, and they are not finished. And I'm sorry. I will do better to do that. I told my wife, because like I said, drives her crazy, and I promised I would work on that. So anyway, guys and gals, that is it. I know it's a short video. I appreciate you watching. Send your family, send your friends, and continue to watch. Hit that button, subscribe, and like. And know I'm thinking of all you out there. I watch your videos, and I appreciate what y'all are doing for the community. And I hope you have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and keep building. Sling that styrene, and get your fingers sticky with the glue and the paint. And that's it. Have a great week. Peace out.